In Revenge of the Sith, we see Anakin explain to Mace Windu the truth he learned about Palpatine being a Sith Lord. This changes the course of history forever. Windu is definitive on his decision to send Anakin to the council chambers and wait until he returns from his confrontation with Palpatine. This sets in motion Anakin's immediate fall to the dark side, where he finally comes to terms with the fact that the Jedi Council does not trust him. The consequence of this is the destruction of the Jedi Order and rise of the Empire. But what if, instead of Anakin going to the council chambers, he actually joined Windu and the other masters in their fight against Palpatine? Anakin locates Windu at the Jedi landing pad on Coruscant. He was already on his way to inform the Chancellor that he must give up his emergency powers. Stopping the Jedi Master, he prepared to share the most important information that had ever left his lips. Silence hung in the air for a moment before Anakin broke it, his voice steady yet filled with conviction. Chancellor Palpatine was the Sith Lord they had been looking for. Windu froze. He couldn't believe it. The Jedi had doubts about the Chancellor's true intentions, but didn't know the extent to which his lies spread. He was behind everything: the Clone Wars, deaths of trillions, and if they didn't act fast, he would be responsible for the destruction of the Jedi Order. In this moment, Windu stares into Anakin's eyes. He senses his thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. He knew there was conflict within Anakin, but he also knew that hiding and sheltering him away from his destiny of fulfilling the prophecy would only cause the deaths of trillions. Windu tells Anakin that he must join them in their quest to arrest Palpatine. Mace Windu, Anakin, Kit Fisto, Saesee Tiin, and Agen Kolar go to Palpatine's office. Windu led them. Speaking first, he told Palpatine that,
"In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you're under arrest, Chancellor."
Anakin watched this confrontation with great interest. His heart rate was increasing. He knew what was about to happen. Anakin had to make sure that Palpatine wasn't killed. If he died, then any chance of saving Padme would be lost. Fear and terror scraped against his skin as tension filled the room. The only way this would be decided was with a lightsaber duel. Palpatine steps forward and ignites his crimson red blade. Chancellor Palpatine's office became a battleground as the Jedi confronted the Sith Lord. The room crackled with tension as Palpatine, with a twisted smile, leaped forward with a speed that defied his age and rank. Jedi Masters Kit Fisto, Agen Kolar, and Saesee Tiin moved to intercept the Sith Lord's attacks, their lightsabers illuminating the room with flashes of green and blue. The battle unfolded in a blur of acrobatics and lethal strikes. Palpatine's lightsaber danced through the air, finding its mark with chilling accuracy. Kit Fisto, known for his aquatic grace, fell first, his defense shattered by the Sith Lord's unyielding assault. Agen Kolar and Saesee Tiin fought valiantly, their skills pushed to the limit, but they too succumbed to Palpatine's malevolent power. Anakin Skywalker watched in terror as his fellow Jedi fell one by one, a surge of anger and fear swelling within him. He gritted his teeth, his grip on his lightsaber tightening, ready to fight for the Republic. Mace Windu, fueled by his years of experience and unwavering determination, stood his ground against Palpatine. The clash of their lightsabers filled the room, each strike echoing with the weight of the Jedi's resolve and the Sith's twisted ambition. Windu's Vapod technique infused his movements with controlled ferocity, deflecting Palpatine's attacks while simultaneously launching his own. The Sith Lord countered with calculated precision, drawing upon the dark side of the Force to enhance his speed and strength. Anakin's raw power and unorthodox style complemented Windu's discipline and skill. Together, they unleashed a flurry of strikes upon Palpatine, their lightsabers weaving a deadly dance in the air. The room trembled with the intensity of their clash, each stroke reverberating with the echoes of destiny. Palpatine fought back with a combination of cunning and malice, his fear contorted with an unhinged ambition. He unleashed torrents of dark-side energy and force lightning, attempting to overwhelm his adversaries. but Anakin and Windu held their ground, drawing upon their unwavering conviction and teachings of the Jedi. The battle raged on, each combatant pushed to their limits. The room became a symphony of lightsaber clashes and bursts of Force energy. The power of the dark side clashed with the unwavering spirit of the Jedi, creating a storm of conflicting energies. As the fight reached its climax, Mace Windu saw an opening. He challenged his inner strength and skill, ready to deliver a decisive blow that would end the Sith Lord's reign of terror. Anakin, torn between his loyalty to the Jedi Order and his fear for Padme's safety, hesitated for a moment. As Windu delivered the final strike on Palpatine, Anakin thrusted his lightsaber onto the end of Windu's blade, blocking it in motion. Quickly separating his blade from Windu's, he could see the confusion and utter anger that encapsulated Mace's face. In one large gust of energy, Mace pushed Anakin aside with the Force, leaving only himself and Palpatine to fight. As the two engaged in combat, the outcome emerged the same as before. Palpatine couldn't match the immense power of Windu's secret ability, the Pod. As a result, in a swift and calculated motion, Mace Windu quickly disarmed Chancellor Palpatine, sending his red lightsaber clattering across the floor. With a surge of Force energy, Mace pushed Palpatine backwards, sending him sprawling into the old marble surface. The room fell into a tense silence as Mace Windu stood over the fallen Sith Lord, his lightsaber held at the ready. Anakin called to Mace to practice restraint, but Anakin realized that that is exactly what he is doing and what he planned to do all along. Windu told the Chancellor that he is under arrest and will now face the might of the Galactic Republic. He places Force handcuffs on the Chancellor and positions him to exit the room. Anakin remembers back to when they first entered his office only moments ago. Windu explained that Palpatine was under arrest. He never had any intention of killing him, and this proved it. He realized that he had made a mistake in blocking his blade and was filled with regret, but it was done now. The Jedi had won. After the arrest of Chancellor Palpatine, the galaxy breathed a collective sigh of relief. The evidence against him was irrefutable. There was hard evidence that it was Palpatine who orchestrated the Clone Wars and the creation of the Clone Army to eventually turn on the Republic. As a result, the Republic's justice system swiftly moved to ensure that he would face the consequences of his actions. Recognizing the immeasurable threat that Palpatine posed, the Republic authorities ensured that he would be imprisoned with the highest level of security. He was confined in a secret facility specifically designed to hold Force users, fortified with advanced technology and guarded by Jedi and skilled Republic personnel. The prison's location was undisclosed, further safeguarding against any potential escape threats. Anakin Skywalker, once overwhelmed by the fear and uncertainty of his choices, found solace in the knowledge that justice had prevailed. The Jedi Order did not expel Anakin. They came to realize the amount of manipulation and distress that the Chancellor placed upon him, and despite all of that, he remained on the light side of the Force. He was a true hero and inspiration for the next generation of Jedi to come. However, a lingering nervousness gripped him, overshadowed by the impending birth of his children. He needed to witness Padme get through the pregnancy safely. In a miraculous turn of events, Padme gave birth to healthy twins, a son named Luke and a daughter named Leia. Anakin's heart swelled with love and gratitude as he held his children for the first time, knowing that they were the symbol for hope and redemption. With the aid of the Jedi Order, Anakin and Padme ensured that Luke and Leia would be raised in a loving and nurturing environment. The Jedi Council recognized the importance of their heritage and the potential significance of their abilities. Under the watchful guidance of the Jedi Masters, Luke and Leia began their training within the walls of the Jedi Temple. The Jedi Order, having weathered the storm of the Clone Wars and the seduction of the dark side, side, emerged stronger than ever. Under the leadership of Yoda and other wise masters like Mace Windu and Obi-Wan, the Jedi Order embarked on a path of peace and prosperity. They dedicated themselves to serving the galaxy, fostering diplomacy, and healing the wounds of war. They sought to instill harmony and justice, not through the pursuit of power, but by standing as guardians and defenders of the light. As the years passed, Luke and Leia grew into exceptional individuals, honing their skills in the Force while embracing the values and teachings of the Jedi Order. They faced their own unique challenges and choices. They carried with them the legacy of their parents, a legacy of compassion, strength, and the belief in the power of redemption. The galaxy too experienced a rebirth. The scars of war slowly healed, and a sense of optimism filled the hearts of its inhabitants. The story of Anakin Skywalker, once shrouded in tragedy, became a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the ability to rise above darkness. His redemption and survival of his children symbolize the triumph of love and its effects on hope and happiness. And as the twin suns set on a new era, the Jedi Order stood as guardians of peace, defenders of justice, and beacons of light in a galaxy no longer haunted by the shadow of the Sith. If you enjoyed today's video, you must watch What If Anakin Stayed in the Council Chambers, or What If Anakin Reached His Full Potential. Please check out our Patreon page, membership program, and a collection of enjoyable videos on our channel page. I hope you all enjoyed, and may the Force be with you.